Why should I work with an instructional designer if I'm teaching a face-to-face course?
Even in a face-to-face course, content is delivered by multiple means and with multiple opportunities for student response, using both traditional and technological methods. I analyze your current and emerging strengths, and then I help you get the tools you need to deliver your content. In the modern world, there are so many avenues of education to explore and use, it would be impossible for anyone to go it alone. I'm here to be on your team, to help you access the latest research and tools for content delivery, so you can make the best use of your valuable time both in and out of the classroom. Potential solutions can be high-tech or low-tech, ranging from multimedia integration to learner-centered group activities to the best ways to monitor individual authentic assessments. I can help you choose the most effective activity or resource formatting option to reach your specific learning target. My job is to be your resource.
What value add does an instructional designer bring to my course development?
Course development is a complex, intensive process. The primary value add of working with an instructional designer is that I can make the process more efficient by helping you weave your strands of content into a stronger course, dovetailing the multiple means of content delivery and the multiple opportunities to respond that students need to master the material. I am always exploring tools and techniques to help make teaching and assessing students easier, more effective, and more enjoyable for everyone. We do the legwork, so you can spend your time doing what you do best.
I do not teach
Teaching.
online. Why would I use a lecture capture tool?
Lecture capturing and pre-recording are more useful in a seated course. Students vary widely in their ability to take notes and absorb information in a lecture setting. By using a lecture capture tool, students are able to review recordings of your lectures to check or amplify their notes at their own pace, and students who have been absent can get up to speed with the rest of the class quickly. Assigning recorded explanations and demonstrations before class allows you to spend your valuable face-to-face instruction time deepening your students' understanding with learner-centered activities instead of just waiting for students to catch up. It's a win-win situation for everyone.
How do I know that adding technology to my courses improves my instruction and makes a difference for my students?
Our LMS technology allows us to collect effectiveness data easily and with maximum efficiency. Digital question pools can help you construct personalized and editable assessments that are mostly self-grading, saving you time. And response clickers can help you measure understanding during a lecture in a few seconds. Multimedia resources and LMS technologies are just a couple of the many tools in the ID toolbox, along with good design, good writing, and knowledge of how and when brains gather and store information most effectively. Technology is a force multiplier. It will never replace good teaching, only augment it. Technologies can be added to your courses at a non-disruptive pace because you will have a strong team with you. Modern students enter college accustomed to using technology and expect it to be there for them. They will also encounter technology in their workplace. By making technology an integral part of their college experience, they will graduate better prepared for their future.
What is all the hype about integrating video into instruction? How do students benefit?
When videos are included using best practices, students benefit by being engaged and motivated. Additionally, because they are processed by different parts of the brain, videos can be a very effective tool for students who have difficulty learning from textbooks or lectures alone. Studies have shown that videos are as effective as live demonstrations for teaching basic psychomotor skills. But where videos in the classroom really shine is at teaching higher order concepts and when presenting experts and primary sources for learning math, foreign languages, the social sciences, and the arts. Videos are a proven support for students who start the semester already struggling because they help those students organize and integrate knowledge. Tutorial videos and recorded lectures allow a student to view and review material on their schedule and at their pace, which improves their study habits, comprehension, and overall achievement.
If I add my syllabus to the core shell that is housed in the college's LMS, why should I add additional content? I can distribute paper tests and handouts to my students.
You already know the value of having an online place to keep your course's static materials like your syllabus. It's handy for when students are visually impaired, absent, or lose the hard copy provided to them during class. And because we use the Ally plugin, your text-based documents can be converted on the fly by the student into audio files or PDFs or even electronic braille so that all your students can listen to notes on the go like a podcast and easily access the information from their mobile device. The LMS can also help make the administrative tasks of teaching more efficient by automating the grading of selected response questions such as multiple choice, multi-select, matching, and ordering questions, and can automatically calculate the difficulty and reliability of each question, leading to more valid and reliable assessments over time. That way you can focus on what matters most, your life.
Why should I change my instructional approach for my online course if what I am doing presently in my face-to-face class is meeting the learning objective?
An online course format removes many of the informal monitoring and assessment habits that good seated course instructors use and may not even realize they do. Attentiveness, eye contact, facial expression, and body posture are impossible to see in the asynchronous online environment. In order to be as effective in the online version of your course, you will need to intentionally add opportunities for your students to tell you or show you their level of understanding at each step along the way. Another important component of a seated class is the vibrant guided interaction between students, which is, again, difficult but not impossible to replicate in an online environment. An instructional designer can help you translate your face-to-face success into online success.
I am teaching a blended hybrid course. How can an instructional designer help me to improve or enhance the delivery of my content to my students?
A blended course environment is different than either its fully seated or fully online counterparts. The purpose of hybridizing or flipping a course is to put when most of the basic knowledge acquisition and informal assessment of those concepts happens on the student's schedule, so that the seated class time can be spent deepening student understanding of the material through various forms of guided, learner-centered activities. Although a hybrid course is its own beast, an instructional designer can still help you make delivery choices that suit your content and your ideas.
How can an instructional designer help me to organize or streamline content for the courses built in our college's LMS? Do I really need to add student engagement activities to my online courses? I am already using the discussion board feature.
Student engagement is key to the effectiveness of any learning activity, whether it happens face-to-face or online. Learning science tells us that if a piece of information is not emotionally charged, novel, or labeled by the person as important, it will not be stored in long-term memory and may not even be stored in short-term memory either. Part of how engaging material is the way it is organized and presented. For instance, by visually stimulating the student with new subtitles, visuals, or reflection questions every few seconds, you can keep your students' attention longer when they work online. By gathering longer resources in folders by topic, you make their click path from opening your course to finding what they need shorter and therefore less frustrating, leaving their brain open to attaching importance and a more positive feeling of accomplishment to the task. Discussion boards are one great tool in the online learning toolbox, as are video lesson resources, student video response opportunities, and collaborative document editing for student groups, as in wikis.
Why should I consider having my courses reviewed by an instructional designer? I am the content specialist.
I am the content specialist.
I am the content specialist.
You absolutely are the content expert. An instructional designer is a multidisciplinary content delivery specialist. I am only here to help you maximize your skills. You already know what to teach right when the students need it. An instructional designer can help you leverage what is known about the psychology of learning and design to make your content more effectively delivered, increasing student engagement, understanding, and content retention, and maybe making teaching a little easier and more fun for you too.
Teaching has always existed in all forms of life, as has intentional design. Teaching methods, however, have evolved throughout history, depending on the temperament of the teacher, the traditions of the culture, and the technology available at the time. Each instructional method is designed to emphasize certain characteristics, such as autonomy, collaboration, reflection, or the ideal group size, and has been adapted to new technologies, from writing, to printing, to video, to the 24/7 world of the internet. There is now such an abundance of competing voices. The role of the teacher is more important now than ever before, and can be more overwhelming. That is where the instructional design team comes in, helping the teacher narrow the focus of delivery choices and understanding their different advantages so that they can focus on selecting the best content to share with their students. I hope this presentation has told you a little bit about what I believe about the importance of instructional design.